What you gonna do?
Get there.
Oh! Yes! Yes!
God damn it.
Yeah! Let's go, Ted! How about that midget?
So small.
Hey!
It's like
Hey!
big.
Can't wait to see you guys do with the top 10 pick you got. Bryce got what? 394, 3 touchdowns.
Oh shit!
Tommy Tremble!
No!
Let's go! How the little boy Bryce nuts taste? Huh?
Little.
How the little boy Bryce Young's nuts taste?
Stop clapping. I'm sinking.
Making sure that you could sync it up, Joe.
Sink
You want me to clap one more time?
No.
So I'm sure Gut just came in here and talked literally only about the Panthers and Falcons.
Been streaming Call of Duty, Arc Raiders, and here's the thing, I've been playing both those games. Call of Duty's been getting a lot more flack than I feel like it deserves. Panthers caught a W. We love to see that. It was a ton of fun. It's always fun to watch in here, or it's absolutely painful. Obviously, I know Nick's pain. We lose almost every game, but this year has been a blessing for a Carolina Panthers fan because we never win. Like, I haven't seen a 6-win season in a decade. Like, we don't win.
The problem with that is that I don't actually care about football, so like it won't affect me.
Yes! Yes!
God damn it.
Ted! Yeah! Let's go, Ted! How about that midget?
Anything he says, you know, they say sticks and stones may break my bones, but what's the saying?
Words will never shake me.
Words will never shake me? Shape me? I think we made that up.
Alright, I'll just make that. Stop clapping.
Yeah, we got Bryce Young legit like 3-47 in his career. They just all the wins come against Atlanta. We're not in a good spot. I don't care. The Falcons haven't been good in 10 years. This is just par for the course. We're over it. We're past it. We're on to fantasy football season.
And we certainly don't beat teams we shouldn't beat. For example, this year, 2-0 versus Knicks Falcons. That is awesome to see in the office. Then what you guys didn't see, and the reason I didn't go to Germany was because my sister had a wedding the weekend before they went to Germany, so I didn't want to do my sister's wedding, spend all the money there, travel, all that sort of stuff, and then flip and automatically go to Germany. I just didn't want to do that. With that, I got to see that, and then that same weekend, my buddy AT, who some of you guys know, but he is a massive, massive Packers fan, like to the point where he doesn't watch fantasy, he doesn't do any of the mumbo jumbo, he doesn't bet, like he's strictly Packers ball. Like Packers, Penn State, that's it. Like those are his teams, and there's no other outlying things. Like it's just those teams. And I got to watch the Panthers beat the Packers with him there in Lambeau Field. That was awesome stuff too. So I've just had a really good year so far as a Panthers fan. A lot of ball game left to be played. Bryce is already beat up, that sort of stuff. But I've had some pretty good experiences with my buddies and everything, watching the Panthers actually win for once, which was crazy. Also, bet the Panthers plus 600 when they played the Packers to beat them, which was a ton of fun.
Just a bad week for fantasy all around. I don't think anyone's playing well. Need a win from Sexual. Need a win from Guttas.
You know, I'm in another barn burner this week with JMO, and the past 2 times that I have said on camera that my team is cooked, I'm going to lose, I've ended up winning. So I'm cooked. I'm going to lose this week to JMO. Both of us are going to have horrendous weeks, but I had to get it on camera that I'm going to lose because that's the only way I can win.
I'm in a close one with JL, but not really. Yeah, we're nearing the end-ish. Like fantasy playoffs are kind of coming upon us here. We've got this upcoming week 12, 13, 14, our divisional matchups again. So the Pookie Bears all play each other, JMO, Casey, Tony. And then the playoffs obviously start after that. So we've got some time left. We still got a month left of the season, and then we hit the playoffs.
We're getting towards the end here. It feels like the football season always moves really quickly to me. Maybe for someone like Nick, it would move very very slowly. But I love the fantasy season, so for me, it goes by super quick.
I don't know. Not much else is going on. It's getting cold here. It's almost winter time in New York, which means seasonal depression. Shout out. It's like just past 5 o'clock and it is basically pitch black out right now. So that will be the case for like the next 6 months, unfortunately. And then coming back from Germany kind of makes me want to like get out of here as soon as the season is done. So I think I'm probably going to be looking to take another trip after the Super Bowl, post Super Bowl. I brought this up, I think, a couple weeks ago, but still plotting.
I'm kind of getting to that point of the year where I'm like, damn, football's ending soon. I hate that feeling. Because, you know, I love football, big football fan. But on the bright side, that means we are getting towards Christmas season. And I also love Christmas season. I'm going to be going back to Winnipeg for about 3 weeks around that time. I think Jim was going to be going back to Florida for about the same length of time.
Thanksgiving's coming up.
You want to go to parents' house, grandma, and uncle's house?
I think he's going to offer, and I do want to, but I'm going to Florida right after Thanksgiving, and I want to like dick off and not do anything in Florida, so I feel like I'm going to tell Gut no because I want to work and get all the shit done so I could do whatever I want in Tampa that weekend.
So we'll have to figure out how content's going to go. Us not here. I'm not going to be going anywhere for Thanksgiving because I don't celebrate American Thanksgiving. We got our own Thanksgiving up in Canada in October, which also we don't really celebrate too much anyway. It's like not that big of a holiday. So I'm gonna just be here for Thanksgiving, which is next week. But very excited for Christmas. It's like the one time of year that my entire family's actually in the city now because we're all over the place. I'm in the US and they're all over Canada. I really like being in a place that's super cold with a lot of snow for Christmas. I would hate being in like the South and it's like 75 degrees for Christmas. Like, that just wouldn't feel right. That's not Christmas. You gotta have a lot of snow. It's gotta be like minus 20. That's a vibe. That's the best time of year. That's the best weather for Christmas. And if you aren't celebrating it that way, you aren't doing it right, even though you can't control it based on where you live.
Other than that, I'm pretty sure post-Germany, everyone's like kind of on board now, like, hey, let's do that again. Joe came into the office today. First thing he said is like, I'm in on the international trip this year. When the vlog came out, Jack sent in the group chat, J-Mo, we're going to Australia next year for a snapback experience because the NFL's going there next year. So countdown starts now for the next BDGE international trip. I don't know when that comes out. I would assume whenever the normal schedule release comes out, but I don't know when that comes out. May? Is that right? April, May? I feel like it's right after the draft. No way. Can people be drafting guys without even knowing their schedule? If anything, I feel like the international games sometimes come out early. I don't know. Someone comment that as well. Still not cultured. Still don't know where I went. Actually, this week in jiu-jitsu, I missed a week because I went to Germany, and there was this lady that I just always see. She also does jiu-jitsu. She's like, Jameson, where were you this week? I missed. I never missed. And I told her I was in Germany, and I started shitting my pants because she started asking the most basic questions like, where in Germany? I'm like starting to sweat. I don't know where I went. She's like, what airline did you take? Brussels. I was like, oh. It's just basic conversations you ask like someone you're friendly with about where they went on vacation, and I'm just sitting there sweating like you guys would expect me to be. So I managed to push off the conversation where she eventually was at some point like, oh, I went to Japan, and I just like, boom, let me just act like I'm interested in what you did. Like, oh, where in Japan? Even though what she said I had no idea. I was like, yeah, no longer telling people I traveled or went to Germany because they'll just ask me questions about it, and I'm not able to bring proper answers to those questions. Or if someone could comment down below just like a basic cheat sheet, like, hey, well, you went here, you did this. Here's like 2 quick facts about what you did. That would be much appreciated.
You know, Ricos weren't Mexican apparently.
Yeah, they're like Colombian or something. God forbid. God forbid I'm not a fucking man of the world. God forbid I ever leave New York one time. What else is going on right now?
Won't let the streets know about that?
Right now, we are starting to brainstorm what our next trivia product might be. Me and J-Mo talked about it for a little bit on the plane ride back home from Germany. We want to build out a fantasy draft game / tool for you guys. So over the last week or so, JMO's kind of been building it out via just like vibe coding on some of the AI softwares. And then we're going to get on a call with JL and Calvin next week to discuss how to start putting that in motion.
The reason we haven't actually done anything is because in season, everyone's just kind of like heads down on their current thing, like just making content. So there's no extra room to kind of like, hey, let's take on a new project in season. Season's coming up on the end. Like we're in week, 11? Where realistically now I'm saying is we got like 5-6 weeks left of the real work season. After that is when like we can come up with new ideas, new projects, new games to launch. So we're kind of in the baby stages of planning out what is the next game we want to make and put on the website. Is it fantasy drafts? Is it wavelength? Is it luck of the draw? Is it, I don't know, some other bullshit you guys have seen? I think we're leaning fantasy drafts because it's our favorite game to play. You guys begged for it in the comment. Transparently, it's like our highest viewing videos, like, and the numbers don't lie. No promises that's what it is, but that's where the heavy lean is. So we're kind of getting in some product meetings, some preliminary meetings to see what's next for the BDGE.co website.
And the idea behind it is to have a daily game that you guys can play. That's just one lineup each day. You'll get, whatever the high scores that you guys can kind of tweet out. A multiplayer mode so that you can play against your friends when you're in a room together or whatever the case may be. And then I think JMO wanted to build out like a sandbox mode where you can kind of create your own drafts or whatever. I don't know. We're obviously at the very infantile stage of this right now, but that's something that's kind of fun in the works. And we kind of want to get ahead of these projects because in the off season, like that's where we start to plan. That's where we start to, stack bricks a little bit so that we can build the house. So the house is ready by the time the season or the summer hits, and then things get back into full swing. So
before the last time you guys talked to me, I didn't have my 13U championship yet. Won that as well. So we've had a pretty good few weeks here. Betting's been rolling. We're close to 10K on the betting channel. So if you haven't gone and subbed over there, me, JMO, Nick, Sexy, all of us do breakdowns every single week, as well as Luke, Casey Luke, if you might know him on Twitter or if you might know him on TikTok, if you're in the fantasy and betting space. He's a great voice that we have in on Thursday night football games. So again, we have a lot of moving parts on the bets channel, but we're close to 10K, and it'd be awesome if we could hit that by the end of the season. So that's the goal there. That's been a lot of fun, just making videos and putting those out. And those are very like casual style. They're the most fun videos I have throughout the week, because it's literally me, Nick, JMO, Sexy, whoever's in here, the three of us, just talking ball for 60 minutes about every game, breaking down injury reports, what we think's going to happen, who's going to see this, what touchdown odds we can get here, where it's going to be fun to bet what we think the narrative's going to be. And it's a lot of fun to do those sort of things. It's the first thing we do in the morning. It's at we record at 9 a.m. We get in, we start ripping right away, and it's a ton of fun to do. So that's always my most fun thing that we get done, and I'm happy that we're seeing good results this year on it. And I think this studio, this setup you're seeing now, has been a big part of that as well.
Otherwise, content back to the usual stuff. We got Steen stream on Friday. What did Wavelength 2v2 for the first time, which I think was really fun. I think the Steens enjoyed it because they're still involved, but it's also got all four of us in the office involved rather than just two. So I'd assume that's how we're gonna do Wavelengths from now on, is 2v2. Also, I don't know if we've mentioned this, but for Deal or No Deal, we've switched up how we'd run that. We used to do it where JMO and Nick would play against each other, and now it's the two of them versus me as the bank, and I have 50 points. They have their 4 guys that need to outscore the bank. And it's kind of gotten mixed reviews, I think. A lot of people want it to go back. A lot of people like it this way. I don't know which way I lean. I kind of like playing against them, me versus them, because then it gives me more reason to want them to do bad. Honestly, big secret here. Before it was me against them, I kind of liked when they were doing well. It would be more fun to me seeing the good players on the board still and getting to offer them good players rather than just 300 loop keys. But if it's me versus them, then I want them to do bad. So there's that difference. I like both ways. I'm good with either way. You guys are very split, and I don't know what we're going to go with for the rest of the season.
Also, one other thing I want to ask through the comments is, in the movie theaters this week came out the new Predator movie, Predator Badlands, and I'm a big fan of the Predator franchise, but I haven't seen it yet. And I have no problem going to the movies alone, but I need to know it's a good movie to go to the movies alone. The only times I go alone is Superman comes out, Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse comes out, Fantastic Four comes out, and I'm down to go see Predator, but I need someone in the comments that has seen it to let me know if it's worth it. I need my historians in my film critics this week to pop off for me.
Outside of that, we're going to go do stuff with John Boy this week. So meet with my surgeon this week because I have surgery in early December for my 3 hernias. That's going to be exciting to find out that sort of stuff and the details of that. But outside of that, we should be pretty ready to roll. I'm pretty excited about just a lot of things, a lot of moving pieces so far going out. But again, a lot of spending's coming up. Thanksgiving's coming up. Christmas is coming up. My girlfriend's birthday's coming up, all in the same time frame. It's a literal gauntlet I'm coming into right now. But overall, I'm excited for it and excited for the holidays rolling around. It's really starting to get cold out, so we're starting to feel it a lot more. But yeah, outside of that, it's been good. Been a lot of fun. And yeah, the video will show enough how excited I've been for these Panthers games. But that's about all I got. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, all sort of fun shit down below, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.